Hi everybody, it's Ms. Mary again with a virtual story time from Midpoint Libraries. Are you ready to have some fun, read some books, maybe talk about a certain kind of animal? Let's get started. If you're ready for a story, wave hello. If you're ready for a story, wave hello. If you're ready for a story and you want us all to know, if you're ready for a story, wave hello. So can anybody guess what animal it is we're going to talk about today? That's right, dogs. Okay, everybody, we're going to take just a moment. We're going to make a sound, but you're going to stop when I hold my hand up like this. You ready? Everybody, make dog sounds. And stop. Stop. All right, so I brought some books today about dogs. The first one I have for us today is called Goodnight, Good Dog. And this one was written by Mary Lynn Ray with pictures by Rebecca Malone. And this one comes to us from our friends at Houghton Mifflin Harcourt. Goodnight, Good Dog. The dog knows the click of the lamp when the light is turned off. Click. He knows the sounds that the dark makes, those small night sounds. This is a picture of a refrigerator. Have you ever heard your refrigerator hum? Dog knows the shadows in the corners of rooms. He also knows the quiet that comes, moon quiet. And he knows his bed, round like the moon. But the dog isn't sleepy. He remembers the yellow ball of sun bouncing across the sky. He remembers how he chased it, running in the grass. He remembers his toys. He remembers his dish. He remembers the words he knows, like come, and good dog, and good night. Good night? Oh, he isn't ready to sleep. Good night, good dog. He likes those words, the way they curl around him, just like his moon-round bed. Except he's not sleepy, not the dog, but houses are. So houses sleep. Children sleep. The night is still. But the dog isn't sleepy. Only a little. Just a little. Maybe he can dream back the sun. Then he might go to sleep. So the dog makes himself snug and says to himself, good night, good dog. Then he closes his eyes, and soon he has dreamed the sun. So he dreams some blue sky. He dreams some green grass. And then someone is saying, good morning, good dog, because a new day is waiting. I like that. I like the way the dog took a little while to fall asleep. Sometimes that happens to me. I don't fall asleep as soon as I get in bed. I want to show you one of the pictures in this book, Good Night, Good Dog. Here, before the dog went to bed and he was walking around the house at nighttime, and he said he knows the shadows in the corners of the room. Do you see that cool looking green chair there? Look at the shadow of the chair. Does that shadow look like something to you? Yeah, I kind of thought it looked like a cat, right? Maybe the cat behind the chair, there are a couple of legs, and those might be the cat's ears. That's what I thought. What do you think that shadow looks like? Yeah, pretty neat, huh? So that was Goodnight, Good Dog. I was thinking maybe we could have a flannel board today about dogs. So we've got dogs and we've got counting. Two pretty cool things. How many dogs do I have up here? Yeah, you're right. Just one so far. So we're going to start with one friendly dog with not much to do. Along comes another dog, and that makes two. Two playful dogs barking up a tree. Along comes another dog, and that makes 1, 2, 3. 3 tired dogs asleep on the floor. Along comes another dog, and that makes 4. 4 barking dogs, waiting for a friend to arrive. Along comes another one, and that makes 5. 5 loyal dogs run to catch some sticks. Along comes the last one, and that makes 6. Let's count to make sure. Are you with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So I have another book about dogs. It's a classic. It's one that we've been reading for a long time because, you know, when you get something good, you like to revisit it. This book is called Bark, George, and this one was written for us by Jules Feiffer. He also did the pictures. And this one comes from, let me make sure I say it right, Michael de Capua Books, which is part of HarperCollins. All right, Bark, George. George's mother said, "Bark, George." And George went, "Meow." "No, George," said George's mother. "Cats go meow, dogs go arf. Now bark, George." And George went, "Quack, quack." "No, George," said George's mother. "Ducks go quack, quack. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George." And George went, "Oink." No, George," said George's mother. "Look at her. She looks like she's kind of getting tired of asking him to do the same thing over again, huh?" I know moms who get that look. Anyway, so, "No, George," says George's mother. "Pigs go oink, dogs go arf. Now, bark, George." And George went, "Meow." George's mother took George to the vet. "I'll get to the bottom of this," said the vet. "Please bark, George." And George went, "Meow." And the vet reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a cat. That's kind of silly, isn't it? "Bark again, George." George went, "Quack, quack." And the vet reached deep, deep down inside of George and pulled out a duck. "Bark again, George." George went, "Oink." The vet reached deep, deep, deep down inside of George and pulled out, that's right, a pig. "Bark again, George." And George went, "Moo." The vet put on his longest final glove And he reached deep, 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 deep down inside of George and pulled out a cow. Look at George's mom. I think she's about done with this. Bark again, George. And George went, woof. George's mother was so thrilled that she kissed the vet, and the cat, and the duck, and the pig, and the cow. And on the way home, she wanted to show George off to everyone on the street. So she said, bark, George. And George went, you know what George said? You know what dogs say, right? What do dogs say? Yeah. Okay. Bark, George, she said. And George went, hello. Isn't that fun? Bark, George. Oh, such a great, silly book. I like that a lot. So I'm wondering, do you have a dog at home? If you have a dog at home, raise your hand like that. See, I didn't raise my hand because I don't have any dogs at home. But I'm thinking we might get a dog soon at our house because everybody in my family would like to have a dog. I don't know what kind of dog I would like. What kind do you like? One like this that's gray or black? Maybe a brown dog? A big dog? A little dog? A fuzzy dog? A smooth dog? There are so many kinds of dogs. A lot. You know what? I think a fun activity for today might be to draw a picture of a dog. Use whatever colors you want. You could use crayons or pencils, or if your grown-up says it's okay, maybe you could paint, or maybe you could make a collage. Do you remember how you do that, where you take different materials and you glue them together? That's kind of what I did when I made these dogs. Yes, I made these. My great artistic skill. So you might be able to see on this one, it starts off as a gray dog, and then I added on the dark parts. I cut those out and glued them on. You could do that. Do whatever you want. Make whatever kind of dog pictures you want. All right? Well, thanks so much for joining me for Stories and Songs today. And if you tune in every week, I want to let you know we're starting something a little new with this week. We're going to take turns, and today is a new story time that we're doing for today. And then next week, it's going to be one of the greatest hits, maybe one that you've watched multiple times before and you love, 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 and you want to see it again. So we're going to do that. We're going to take turns with new ones and ones that we've seen before and we want to see again. All right, well, thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Let's sing our song. See you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile, give a hug, ladybug, blow a kiss, jellyfish, see you soon, big baboon, out the door, dinosaur, take care, polar bear, wave goodbye, butterfly. Goodbye, everybody.